Hi, I'm Matthew Good with Rising Stars Network, and thanks for joining me again today for an exciting interview. Today I'm joined with Tina Hobbs, producer of Cleveland's latest groundbreaking film, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. And I'm also joined by John Delserone, CEO and executive producer of Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, CEO of HWIC Filmworks.
Right.
Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
So let me just start off by asking you, how is the Cleveland urban film market? Like, what drew you, besides being located there? What keeps you there? What got you started here?
You want to take that first? Or? Well, here's the thing: is first off, Cleveland has a very a market for the independent film world, and I've been seeing that for years. That they really come out and support Cleveland independent film in general. You know what I mean? But as far as the independent urban market, I mean, there's really we kind of knew going into it. Not a lot of people there. First off, there's only been a few films made, urban films, and one of them was The Game Ain't for Everybody. Big shout out to Ray Jr. who was in that movie. He was in Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. You know, but once they did the movie, that was it. They didn't do any more, and we knew that there's a huge market for for material that people really want to see. You know, in that sort of category. So we and it's really our love. You know, we had a lot of people like resources. You know, me and Dave, big shout out to David C. Snyder, a partner of mine, who of HWIC Filmworks. You know, he's been directed all the Public Enemy videos since 2005, and we knew we could bring other people in to Cleveland that would make the thing get even bigger than it already was. So.
People from Cleveland love Cleveland. Love to see the city on the big scene, on the big screen.
Well, it's an easy city to love.
It is an easy city to love.
It's true. It's true.
You have to love Cleveland. And so Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, I think did that for people in Cleveland, and they were able to relate to the movie, and they just kind of
and a lot of good locations. I mean, the cities, the landscapes are great. You know what I mean? And especially in the inner city, like a lot of like just gritty, raw, urban, locations and locales, and you know what I mean? So it really.
There's so much history to those neighborhoods.
Oh, man.
Definitely.
I mean, it goes way back. Yeah,
yeah,
right.
I think it gave people a sense of nostalgia.
They did. And we got a lot with the pride. Yeah, people are saying, I got a lot of pride when I watched it. Because we actually use a lot of locations that closed down, like Randall Park Mall. Mm-hmm. What else was there? I'm trying to think.
The Big Q.
The Big Q, the furniture store.
Right.
And people really, when they saw it brought back memories and nostalgia, nostalgic feelings and stuff. So.
Yeah.
But that's interesting because for a while, you mentioned Dave Snyder, you guys have worked with big names, like Public Enemy, Chuck D, MC, like DMC, large names.
Right.
And you have been able to tie them into a local Cleveland market.
Absolutely, and that was the thing. And people we had our world premiere and after party of Swing Low. Chuck D came and he actually ended up performing. He did about 7 songs, with DJ Ellery, who's a classic Cleveland DJ, And people, they really were loving the fact that they could, have somebody of that sort of caliber, come in. And, and this is our first thing we really did in Cleveland that was big. We've done a lot of work outside of Cleveland, so people really didn't know who we were, even though we're based out of Cleveland. So that was kind of cool, that they know who we are now.
What impressed me more was your strong tie to Cleveland, bringing in local talent, great talent. They should be recognized on a worldwide stage, but still being recognized locally. And you were able to make a huge event out of this movie and get everyone's name. No one stuck out. All this pride came out they're all part of Cleveland.
Right, absolutely. And this woman here cast the movie. She helped cast the movie, right?
Which takes me into that. I want to know, how do you find that talent, or do they find you?
Well, we definitely had some auditions, some casting calls, and the actors came out. We do have a great community of actors here in Cleveland, and they are, kind of riding high on Hollywood, just recently giving us a lot of attention and finding outlets for their talents. And one outlet is independent film. So when we did our casting call, I mean, they came out and they auditioned, so it worked out really well.
Everyone was so humble and so gracious about being able to work on a project that really highlighted Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's what impressed me. It was so much a part of being a part of the city.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, the pride of the city, and that was our goal. At HWIC Films, I know Dave's capabilities of being able to make such a big, such a great movie with, I don't want to say low budget, but not millions of dollars, not a Hollywood budget. You know what I mean? And for us to be able to do that, I mean, he's just so good. You know what I mean? At making films, and it brought out you know, the actors being good, it made them better, and vice versa. I mean, the whole thing. Like you said, Cleveland, the pride in the city. I mean, just from seeing that, you know, I mean, we're still getting it. I mean, the buzz is crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know, I had a chance to catch up on a lot of HWIC previous works, and watching Dave's work, it's really
Impressive.
it's amazing what he can do
Very
from behind a camera and then at the editing desk.
Well, you know, we had an intro video at you were at the premiere, right? I mean, we've been doing this since we were kids, you know, and Dave never stopped making films. I mean, this guy was editing on 2 VCRs, you know, we're pause and record.
The amount of balance that you can show with Dave's talent versus local acting, you could have struck out there. You could have struck out with okay acting, with Dave's film. It's amazing.
Right. It all tied in and worked together. And also, to Dave's credit, is he did a very good job of directing the actors and bringing out what, you know, the emotion they were supposed to bring out and their characters, so that we could relate to the character. A lot of the actors you would never know, like we have school teachers and you know who are nothing like their characters, but you never know just from watching the film.
So, who was the worst person to work with in the cast? No, I'm just kidding.
This guy.
Okay. You don't want me to answer that
That's
question.
right. You did have a role in
I
the
did.
movie.
You was 3 seconds of me selling guns. Yeah, I'm 3 seconds of me selling guns to Big Black Dave.
That's right.
Yeah.
At a deep.
Big shout out to Big Black Dave. Big shout out to Big Black Dave. Great actor.
Big Black Dave.
Yeah.
Big shout out.
Yeah.
The whole experience of the movie was amazing. First of all, the fact that you brought a red carpet event to
That was hot, right?
Cleveland. It was an amazing event. You can become immersed in an event like that.
Yeah, right.
The after party. But the whole time that I was watching the movie, I found myself almost snapping to, saying, I'm watching an independent film here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You mean
I'm watching local talent on a big screen.
we kept getting that. You know, people were just saying, "Wow!" Like we did. I think we actually would have had more people there. You know, if they would have known it was that good. Because I think a lot of them just, when you think independent film, and I hate to say this is no offense to anybody, but most independent film isn't really shot that good. You know, or something's wrong with sound, or there's always some sort of issue. You know what I mean? And by it being so competent and so, you know what I mean? Like it's just people were so amazed by that.
People were pleasantly surprised. You know, I think they went in expecting to see, you know, something mediocre. You know, it's Cleveland.
Yeah.
But you know, they were pleasantly surprised at, you know, the final product.
Yeah.
Final question. What are we going to see next from HWIC Filmworks? And what's the next project?
The crew, you know, we have some things on the horizon. Let me just say that there's gonna be some big announcements and some big things coming real soon, and I mean big. I mean, I'm talking about like epic Cleveland urban bonanza, if you will. You know what I mean? It's gonna be huge, man. And
that's all you're going to tell us.
That's all. I'm not going to say anything else.
So you know, if you want to stay in touch and you haven't already, go on swinglowmovie.com. It's still
correct.
Up, right? Make sure we have the information so that
give us your information. Right.
You have the exclusives of what's coming next.
And what's coming up next, right? Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining and sharing this experience. Definitely going to go on a Swing Low movie. If you haven't seen the movie yet, get it. It's an amazing story. You already blew it. You missed the whole red carpet event. Watch the movie. It's definitely worth it. Again, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm Matthew Good with the Rising Stars Network, and we'll see you soon.